Now, we're staying with yet another incident of suspected food poisoning, this time at an East Rand school. Gauteng Education spokesperson Steve Mabona is with us for more. Mr. Mabona, a good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Just bring us the latest, because we are getting reports of schools that have been impacted in the East Rand area. What information do you have to bring us an update at this stage where food poisoning incidents are concerned?
Good evening, lady. Yes, we can confirm that there was an incident today where about more than 25 learners were rushed into a local medical facility. But safe to say that they were attended there, and we are actually happy to confirm that all of them, they've been discharged. This evening, there's no child that has been attended to. And we are actually comforted, and we will be sending our psycho support tomorrow. They will be at the school to support the school community, just to make sure that we allay any fears. But yes, indeed, learners were rushed into a medical facility today.
Yeah. Do we know the symptoms that they were showing? And of course, there's the question around whether or not they had consumed snacks, whether it be at the school or outside of the school. That, of course, being a common thread as we discuss this issue of poisoning in food.
No, definitely we can confirm that the snacks that were bought, the vendors that are operating in and around our school, and yeah, that's what they have consumed. It's quite sad, and like as the MEC for Finance has already indicated, that really we need to work hard just to make sure that there's compliance in and around our spaza shops or vendors that are selling anything, in and around our space. We really need to be vigilant.
Yeah. I mean, there's two things here, right? There's the role that government has been playing, as we've been looking at the instance, for instance, of children in Naledi, those that lost their lives. But the role of the department, as we look at these very concerning cases, in dealing with vendors outside of schools, what are the steps that have been taken? What are you doing, and what are you communicating to schools about those vendors?
Quite tricky for us as a department. That's why we, started with the process of interacting with the stakeholders in and around our space. School safety is a concern for us. Hence, we have decided that we're going to be engaging necessary stakeholders, be it violence that is perpetuated in and around our schools, be it safety as far as, food that is being consumed by our children. The vendors, the governments need to play a significant role in making sure that they assist this process. So that's why we have reached out to them, interact, and probably will find something that will yield end results. I mean, the SGB associations, they have a bigger role to play than just saying they will take us to court. They need to be on the ground, they need to assist the SGBs, how to manage vendors that are operating in and around our space, and, guide and make sure that our children are safe.
Are you at liberty to tell me what school was impacted, where the one where we saw 25 learners needing to be rushed to a health facility today, the interactions that the department is then having with that school's SGB school principal?
The school is in Katlehong. Just forgot the name of the school, but it's in Katlehong. We should be in a position to go there tomorrow.
Okay. And just as we've covered the story, unfortunately, we're seeing other cases in Katlehong, the Kaba family mourning children. And then you've got the National Association of School Governing Bodies that says that they will be taking legal action against government if this issue of food contamination is not dealt with. Have you heard from the National Association of School Governing Bodies?
No, they should be on the ground than doing interviews and saying things. They should be on the ground. They are an association of SGBs. Should be working very closely with the SGBs and making sure that they understand on what is happening on the ground. We need to guide our SGBs on what is it that we need to guide on, parents. We've been saying, some of our principals have been saying to parents, stop giving children, money. But if the associations are not, closer to the SGBs, the message will not be going to parents. So our principals are found to be on their own because they will then interact with parents who say, don't give children money because they're exposed to, things that they're not supposed to be exposed to. I mean, we provide nutrition at our schools. And like, as you would know, that each and every meal that we give to our children, it's policy. We will have food that we'll put aside as a sample so that in the event of anything, we take it for necessary testing.
Yeah.
So we've been doing that and making sure that there's nothing that will be saying there's a trouble or problem with our food. But
Yeah.
the school in Katlehong, we took these samples just to make sure that we ascertain whether there's nothing untoward.
Well, for that school in Katlehong, you've got 25 families that are feeling a great deal of relief because their children have come home. For other children, though, that may not necessarily be the case moving forward as we see more and more of these issues, taking the spotlight. Let me ask you this. Are you satisfied with the pace at which authorities are working? And I'm not just talking about the Department of Education, for instance, right? You've got the health minister who has said that they're going to treat this issue of food poisoning and what he's called, in fact, poisoning in food as an issue of national security, Nat Joint looking into the matter. Are they working fast enough when we still have cases coming to the fore?
No, I think it's an unfair question. We can't enter into the space where we don't operate. We can only talk about what we do. And like as we will always say as a department, we provide psycho support, make sure that we guide. We will then partner with our sister departments, social development and health, to say how do we educate to make sure that learners are aware of food that they need to not to take, or what are the things that they need to look out for. Those are the processes that we've introduced as a department to, educate more. But as far as how other authorities are working, it will be really unfair for us to be responding into that.